So, as we moved into episode 10 of Force, Diamond already knew Jenard was out to get him because he overheard his baby brother say he was dead to him. But Diamond has so far shown us he's the complete opposite of Jenard, because where some would have been triggered and made an impulsive move based on anger and emotion, Diamond actually took a step back and he waited until he got confirmation about Jenard's betrayal and moves that he was making, and he wanted to hear it and see it for himself. Because you could see he was definitely hurt by his baby brother betraying him, and part of him probably didn't want to believe Jenard would betray him. But this is the problem between Diamond and Jenard. It's been 15 years since they've been running things together, and things have definitely changed, and both of them have also changed, because Jenard was forced into this life after Diamond was locked up. Prison also changed Diamond, and the streets aren't what they used to be with crews fractured and broken, and now there's a new drug Dahlia. So when they both reconnected, they were two completely different people who had different ways of running the CBI, but they also had different mindset and mentalities, and this is why they were always gonna clash. But Diamond really did make a huge mistake in not killing Jenard, because Jenard will definitely come back, especially because of his hatred for Tommy. But let's take it back for a moment, because before Diamond went into prison, apparently he was a cold-blooded killer who wouldn't hesitate in pulling the trigger, and Jenard even hinted this earlier on in the season.
The old Diamond would have popped this goofy ass by now.
I'm not the old Diamond.
Yeah, you damn sure right you not. And let me tell you something else too. This ain't the old days.
But what was holding Diamond back was the fact he just got out of prison and he had no intentions of going back. So we really saw Diamond holding back all season long, saying he's not the old Diamond and how he wants to do things differently, and it definitely stems from being in prison for 15 years. But also because of what put him there, which were his bad drugs that the CBI sold 15 years ago, which killed a lot of people, and some are still suffering, including Officer Bennigan's sister. But where Diamond was holding back and waiting to unleash, the same could actually be said about Jenard as well. Because ever since Diamond came back into the picture, he said he threw the fight knowing Diamond had the backing of the CBI at that moment. So we saw him waiting patiently on the sidelines, waiting to take back what he believed to be his, at the right moment, because he lost his future in keeping the CBI going. And what shifted the game was Dahlia, because where Jenard wanted to go for this new product and throw everything behind it, knowing that this was the future, Diamond was hesitant because there were too many unknowns. And it also goes back to 15 years ago and the issues that he was having with Officer Bennigan, because he didn't want history to repeat itself. But this is when Jenard decided it was time to take over, because Dahlia was now affecting the business of the CBI, and he knew if they weren't making money from the regular drugs they were selling in the territory that they sold from the Serbs, the CBI will start questioning their leader. But if Jenard could offer them a solution and a chance to make more money they could ever imagine with Dahlia, then this would have gone some way in putting him back on the throne as the head of the CBI.
Diamond don't seem like he felt.
Fuck my brother! Alright? And his motherfucking bullshit, boy. I don't give a fuck about that shit.
But what Jenard didn't realize was the moves he was making, he was pushing everybody away from him, which we're gonna get to in just a moment, but he still had the loyalty of Blackstone and half of the CBI. So we saw Jenard make the first move on Diamond at the barbershop, which Diamond saw coming because he overheard everything Jenard said, and now Diamond was done playing games. He'd seen enough, so it was time for him to unleash, and he unleashed on Blackstone. So we saw him tied up, battered and bruised, and Diamond torturing him by puncturing his lungs, which forced Blackstone to give up Jenard. But just before he killed him, Blackstone told Diamond he's changed and he's soft. But the Diamond we saw in episode 10 was the Diamond before he went into prison. He killed Blackstone and he laid his body out for Jenard to find. And this was Diamond's way of sending his brother a clear message that he knows and he's coming for him. And this is where Jenard really did look scared, because he knows he's just unleashed a demon inside his brother, and he very well knows what Diamond is capable of, which is why we saw him approach Merkovich, as well as Walter Flynn, trying to get both of them to help him take Diamond out. But something you never get involved in is in someone else's family beef, and Tommy even made a point of this to Claudia when they were expanding. He mentioned he wasn't ready to work with the CBI until they sorted out their own in-house issues first, because their problems could become Tommy's, and we all know war is bad for business. So as leaders, Tommy, Merkovich and Walter Flynn all understood the exact same. So where Merkovich and Walter Flynn were happy to have Jenard drop Tommy because of the interest Jenard put aside for the Serbs and his ability to call a truce in their war, they wanted no part of Jenard's beef with his brother, and this is why we saw Jenard scared throughout episode 10. Because he had nobody backing him versus Diamond, and he was even questioned by the move he made by the CBI when Diamond blew him up at the exchange. But Jenard was the one who made the first move and fired the first shot, and this is where it turned to chaos with the Flynns, Tommy and the CBI. So when Diamond had Jenard cornered, he had a choice to make. Does he kill his brother for betraying him, or does he let him live?
Do it!
So Diamond's reasoning behind keeping Jenard alive was because he was the one who dragged Jenard into this drug game in the first place when he had a real future ahead of him, and he somewhat blames himself for why Jenard is the way he is. So we saw Diamond giving Jenard a choice. Let the CBI soldiers who want to side with Diamond come over to his side, and he gets his territory, which is everything above Marquette, which Jenard did agree to, but this isn't the end of Diamond versus Jenard, because when the dust settled and when Jenard was in his empty barbershop, which he bought for his brother, he looked lost, heartbroken, and maybe he even has some regrets with the way he went behind Diamond's back. And in season 2, I can really see him approaching Diamond and trying to work things out, but it definitely is too late. There's too much water under the bridge, and serves Jenard right, because now he really is on his own with no loyal soldiers around him. So just linking this back to my CBI character analysis, I mentioned how Jenard is slowly losing everybody close to him, and now look where his actions have got him. Elijah and Blackston are dead, D-Mac has turned over to Team Tommy, and he even betrayed Marshall with going directly to Cousin Buddy, and now he's lost Diamond. So over the course of the season, we've seen Jenard lose everyone, and he only has himself to blame. So let's see if this is an eye-opener for him, and whether he does regret his decision and tries to make an amends next season, or whether he just carries on taking his own product, being high, and making decisions based on anger and emotion. But before we move on to Diamond's next move, Jenard still has access to Cousin Buddy in Gary, and with him now getting access to Dahlia through Claudia, he can start pushing his business and expanding. So with Cousin Buddy and his crew not showing up in the season finale, I can see him playing some sort of a role in season 2 from Jenard's side. But where Jenard has half of the CBI and Cousin Buddy, Diamond has now moved over to Tommy's side, but Diamond and Tommy are back to square one, because where Tommy built his organization around Liliana, Claudia, and Dr. Williams, all three of them are now gone. So in essence, Tommy is right back where he started when he came to Chicago, but this time he's got Diamond on board, and he's also got JP. Now of course, he doesn't want JP anywhere near the game, but this may change in season 2, because we've seen characters turning over to the dark side before. For example, when Drew was shot, this was the catalyst for him to turn, and D-Mac being shot could very well be the catalyst for JP to turn into a savage next season. So now this is Diamond's new team, along with the CBI soldiers that would have sided with him. But with Dahlia being the future, where does this leave Diamond and Tommy, because both of them said they're not fucking with it anymore. So they really are starting from scratch, because there's only so far these 10 bricks would have got Diamond and the CBI. Now they'll need a new connect, new product, and if Tommy wants to take over the whole map, he's gonna have to come up with a new plan with Diamond. But Diamond is definitely the right person to have on your side, because he's calm, strategic, and he's built this tactical drug empire before, and now with Tommy and Diamond teaming up, they can really be a dangerous combination. But this is where it leaves us with Diamond's relationship with Jenard, and how Diamond and Tommy will essentially need to start from scratch with no Dahlia. So going into season 2, it really is all about rebuilding. But no doubt this issue between Jenard and Diamond will come up again, because it really is only a matter of when and not if. So drop all your thoughts down below on Diamond's relationship with Jenard. Do you think he should have killed his brother? And what do you think of Diamond, Tommy, and JP's next move is, if they ain't fucking with Dahlia? So drop all your comments down below, and of course if you're new to the channel and you haven't done so already, then remember to smash the subscribe button if you want to see everything Power Book 4 Force and Power Universe related. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.